What did Earth look like 10 million years ago? So 10 million years ago, or Tenma, as the cool kids say, was a time known as the Miocene epoch, which lasted from about 23 to 5.3 million years ago. And it might surprise you to learn that at this time, Earth looked quite different from how we know it today. First, let's look at the geography. All the continents were pretty much in their modern positions, but they were still shifting and changing. For example, North and South America were not yet joined by the Isthmus of Panama, which had started to form around 17 Ma, but wouldn't be completed for another 5 or so million years. This gap allowed the Pacific and Atlantic waters to mix, creating a continuous ocean current around the Americas. Africa was also closing in on Europe, beginning to uplift the Alps and the Mediterranean region. India had already collided with Asia around 25 Ma, continuing to push up the Himalayas, although they weren't quite as tall yet. Finally, Australia was moving northward, getting closer to what we know as Southeast Asia today. Next, let's talk about the climate. Overall, the climate was warmer and more humid than today, but a cooling trend had already begun. There were no polar ice caps as large as we have now, but ice sheets were forming in Antarctica. Sea levels were also higher, and large parts of the modern coastline were submerged. This was due to the continued rising of the Rocky Mountains and other mountain ranges, which caused even more tectonic activity and the formation of new ocean basins. Additionally, a global drying trend was just starting, which would lead to the expansion of grasslands over the next few million years. Especially in Africa and Asia, this change in vegetation had a profound impact on mammals. Forests were shrinking, and grasslands and savannas were spreading. This favored the evolution of grazers such as early horses and antelope, and these animals thrived in the open spaces. Speaking of mammals, they were doing great during the Miocene. Elephants, rhinoceroses, and camels were all over the place. Early forms of deer and horses were also present, as were the ancestors of modern apes, including the early hominids. In the oceans, whales and dolphins were becoming more diverse. Meanwhile, in South America, large flightless birds known as terror birds roamed the land. Finally, let's address the question, were humans around 10 million years ago? Well, not exactly. Hominids, the great apes, had evolved by this time. But no humans, or even early human ancestors like Australopithecus existed yet. Our last common ancestor with chimpanzees would evolve a few million years later, around 6 to 7 million years ago. Hey, did you know that there is a map showing the entire world from 10 million years ago? It's right here. Thanks for watching. See ya!